Hello students, in our today's lecture we are going to start with our accountancy 1, that is accountancy 1 BCom semester 1 chapter number 2 branch account. Chapter number 2 branch account. First we have to understand what is the branch and what is the difference between branch account and consignment account that we have done in the chapter number 1. So first, what is the meaning of the branch? Many times a trading company does not operate business from the one place only but opens a shop in a different country, cities or different localities or in the same city. These shops are known as branch. Thus the shops run at the different place under the single ownership and the management are known as branches. Just like you can see that every franchisee or any kind of store, same stores at various place or all over the world, that is known as a branch. But now what is the difference between consignment and a branch? But over in the consignment they appoint an agent and then they will do the business. But here in the branch account the owner has a do the management in the all kind of the management, right? So under the single ownership and the management operate the all the branch known as a branch. Now there are various things included in the branch account. The first topic in the branch account is on the depends upon the types of the branch they have maintained the books of. First type is dependent branch, then independent branch, then foreign branch. What you mean by dependent branch? That branch selling goods for cash only. Those branch who are sell the goods on the cash only, that is known as a dependent branch. Then independent branch. Branch selling the goods both for cash and credit for the both. And this is the foreign branch, a branch which is supply the goods at an invoice price. What you invoice price that we have earlier discussed in the consignment chapter. If your consignment part is strong, you can easily do this branch accounts, various branch accounts, right? So make sure your chapter number 1 is clear and crisp. This is the branch, that is a dependent branch. Branch not keeping a independent books. That means branch not operate they not operate any kind of books in their hands. All the books are taken in the head office, right? That is known as dependent branch. When a head office control the working of the branch elaborately, the branch does not maintain independent books of account and certain books of the recording sales, cash receipts, payment, etc. kept by the branch, but not complete set of books of account. Head office will maintain the separate account for all the branches, and that is called as dependent branch for the convenience for studying their accounting. What is the dependent branch do? Dependent branch do some kind of a basic accounts only, but main account held by the head office at a head office various names, just like one branch in Rajkot, so they will write Rajkot branch. One branch is Ahmedabad, so they will maintain the Ahmedabad branch account, right? So head office will maintain all kind of account for the dependent branches. They are not kept any kind of independent books. The books maintained by the head office. There are methods of writing of the books of the dependent branches. There are 3 methods or 3 types will be there. Branch selling goods for cash only, branch selling goods for both cash as well as credit, and the branch which supply the goods at invoice price. There is 3 types of the branches can write the books. So first we are starting with the branch selling the goods for cash only. So such branch is supplied goods by head office at a cost, and the branch is required to sell these goods only for the cash. All the cash received by the branch from the cash sales is remitted daily to the head office and to the bank in separate account or a local bank. All the expenses of the branch are met by the head office. The branch will maintain only stock and petty cash account. What the dependent branch will do this if they are selling the goods only for the cash. Every day the cash balance should be remitted to the branch or head office, by branch to head office or any various specific account, and for the maintenance or of the expense of the branch they bear by the head office, and the branch will maintain only register for the stock and petty cash. The person in the charge of the branch is required to furnish weekly, fortnightly and monthly and statement to head office, and they are connected for the few times they are weekly send the reports, or a fortnight or a monthly they send the reports to the head office. Thus the following books are kept. कौन सी books होती है? Cash book for recording all cash transaction, then petty cash book for recording petty cash transaction, and third stock register. These three books are maintained by the branch, but remaining records, all the records of the head office. The head office keep the accounting records of the each branch. A separate account is opened for each branch. A branch is regarded as an individual, for example debtor according to the debited whatever it's given to the branch, credited with whatever it's received from the branch. It is treated as an individual account or a personal account. So which kind of accounts are open in the books of the head office? Just like a dependent branch, he not maintain any kind of accounts. So in the head office the separate branch account for each branch should be maintained at a head office. Each branch branch account will be open in the head office. So the head office open a separate account for the called branch account for each branch. Generally the account is known by the name of the branch or the name of the town or locality where the branch is situated. For example, branch A account or Baroda branch account, whatever. So head office open a branch account. Now see what are the general entries are made in the branch account. First, when goods are sent to the branch, you have to write down all the general entries in your book. That is first, when goods are sent to the branch, that is branch account debit. 2, goods sent to branch account. In generally in the consignment the same entry will be there, but we will have to write down the consignment account debit to goods sent to the consignment account. But here the branch is there, so we will write the branch account debit to goods sent to branch account. That is the first entry. Then second entry, then head office send the check or cash to the branch for the maintenance of the expense. So branch account debit to cash or bank account. Branch account debit to cash or bank account. Then third entry, when cash is received from the branch at the end of the some period, they will give back the cash to the branch. That is cash or bank account debit to branch account. Cash or bank account debit to the branch account. When goods are returned by the branch, some of the goods are returned by the branch, that is goods returned by the branch account debit to branch account. The reverse of the first entry, that will when goods returned by the branch. Closing stock, petty cash, furniture, etc. of the branch, that is a closing stock of the goods and the petty cash balance and the branch furniture. That all the closing balance of this we will write over here in this journal entry. That is branch closing account debit, branch petty cash account debit, branch furniture account debit to branch account. Then opening balance of asset of the branch. In the debit side we will write the opening balance of the various asset, that is branch stock account, branch petty cash account and branch furniture account. That will be a closing stock, that is a opening. There is a closing balance in this, and here it's a opening balance. Then closing balance of the liability and opening balance of the liability. Then in the branch account credit side we will write a branch liability, that is a closing balance, and opening balance we will write the branch account, branch liability account debit to branch account. That means in the branch account we will write closing balance of the branch liability debit side and opening balance in the credit side. And at the end of the year we will find the profit and loss from the each branch. That is, either it's a profit, either it's a loss. So there will be a profit. The journal entry will be branch account debit to general P&L account, and if the loss will be there, then general P&L account debit to branch account. Right? And last, closing stock. When we made a goods sent to branch account, that will close to the trading account, just similar to the consignment account, that we goods sent on consignment closed directly transfer to the trading account. Similarly here it is, the goods sent on a branch account are transferred to the trading account. So this is the entry, and this is the format of how the branch account will be made, that is particular and rupees. First we have to write the opening balance of the asset, and we will write opening balance over here, opening balance of asset and opening balance of the liability. Then at the end of the period we will write closing balance of the liability over here and closing balance of the asset over here. Opening balance, closing balance, opening balance of liability, closing balance of liability. This cross of the asset and liability will be there, opening, closing of the asset, opening of the liability, closing of the liability. Then whatever we have done in the journal entry, we will put the entry over here, just like a branch account debit to goods sent to the branch account. Right? So same way we have to put the ledger posting from the journal entries and we will find either it's a profit or loss. And we have also prepared goods sent to the branch account, that's similar to goods sent to consignment account we are preparing. So same way we have to make a goods sent to branch account. And final accounts made in the head office. Final accounts made of the head office, there is a branch trading account, branch P&L account, branch trading account and branch P&L account, right? Let's solve the illustration 1 to give the better idea how we are making the accounts. So Ahmedabad Trade has a retail branch at the Rajkot. The head office sends the goods at the branch at the cost on the condition that sales are made only for the cash only. The cash received by branch is remitted to the head office daily, and the head office sends the cash for the petty expenses. All the expenses except the petty expense are paid by the head office. The following transaction of the branch for the year ending 31st March 2010. Stock with the branch 1/4/2009, that is opening balance or opening stock. Then petty cash on hand, that is opening balance. Goods supplied by head office during the year, this is goods sent by the head office to the branch, that is goods written by the branch to the head office. Then petty cash received from the head office, it is a 500, and expense paid by the office during the year, these are the expenses paid by the head office. Then sales 75,000, stock, closing stock, petty cash, closing balance. From the above information, prepare a Rajkot branch account. It would be appear in the books of head office. So let's prepare the Rajkot branch account. Particular amount. First we will write the balance in our opening balance of assets, let's start with the opening balance of the asset. Stock opening balance, that is stock opening balance of rupees 3000 is given. Then petty cash, opening balance is 50, total 3050. Then we will write opening balance of liability. Nothing liability is given, so we will put over here nil. Then one by one we will write down all the transaction in the branch account. That first two we have made it. Then third is goods sent by the head office during the year. That means goods sent to the branch. So branch account debit to goods sent to branch account, amount of rupees 63,500. Then goods returned by the branch is rupees 6,000. So what would be the general entry? Goods returned by the branch account debit to branch account credit. So we will write goods written by branch, amount of rupees 6,000. Then petty cash received from the head office, petty cash received from the head office. So the head office and the expenses for the branch maintenance of their expense. So what will be the general entry? Branch account debit to bank or cash account for petty cash of rupees 500. Then expenses paid by the office, expenses paid by the office. So expenses are paid, so cash account, in a bracket expenses. Which are the expenses? Wages 100, salaries 2100, then rent and rates 450, and electricity. All the expenses are paid by the branch only, head office only. So here we will write cash account in a bracket expense. Let's total it, 2750. Then sales of rupees 75,000. As we all know, the sales are made only for the cash only. So we will receiving the cash account. So cash account in a bracket sales of rupees 75,000. Right? Then the closing balance of the stock and petty cash. So we will write balance in a bracket closing assets, stock, that is 10,000, and petty cash 150. Now we have recorded all the transaction in the branch account. So let's close the account and find out the profit or loss. So 6,000 plus 75,000 plus 10,150, that is 91,150, minus 3050 minus 63,500 minus 500 minus 2750. It will come 21,350. That is profit transfer to general P&L account in a bracket profit. Understood? This way you have to prepare a branch account when the branch are selling the goods only for the cash, right? And for the practice work, you have to do the practical number 1, Gujarat Traders Limited, right? That is a dependent brand selling goods for cash only. Thank you.